Namaskar. Every day passes with some new revelations of graft here, corruption there, how money has been siphoned off under the Biden administration. And that is something that now the Trump administration is latching on to. And this is going to stun you. $20 billion Obamacare scam. And I'll tell you some of the social ramifications after I talk about all the details. And there's also one huge kicker possibly coming down the pipeline. If I don't mention it at the end, tell me what is that huge kicker, but I will tell you what is happening on that also. So, small request, as always, to please like this video. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. Here we go. Obamacare subsidy fraud, $20 billion. This is widespread because the Obamacare is also called as the Affordable Care Act. And this is particularly cost sharing reductions and advanced premium tax credits costing taxpayers an estimated $20 billion in just the year of 2024. Now, Paragon Health Institute has done an analysis and it claims that approximately 5 million enrollees received subsidies, exceeding their legal entitlement due to misreported incomes and lax oversight. How did this happen? Well, when you have this, just give me 1 second. It's getting hot, so I need to get the fan going. Brokers and agents would manipulate consumer income data to qualify for larger subsidies or zero premium plans. What a zero premium plan is that you pay nothing and you get all the benefits. Then what happens is individuals who are reporting incomes between 100 to 150% of the federal poverty level. That's a number. If you make less than this, it's something like India's poverty line, right? And in non-Medicaid expansion states qualify for fully subsidized premium. Fully subsidized means 100%, creating incentives for fraud. The average annual subsidy for enrollees in this group is close to $6,000 per adult. And I think this number is per year. So that means every month you're getting $500 free. The brokers reportedly switch consumers' health plans without consent, targeting vulnerable populations. Falsified income of people is reported, and suddenly viewers, these enrollees don't even understand that they are being enrolled in different plans and they are losing their original subsidies. The brokers use targeted ads to attract enrollees. Weaknesses in the Affordable Care Act marketplace verification processes enable exploitation of program integrity loopholes. One such thing, this was a huge deal when Obamacare passed. I remember correctly, it was in 2009 that they passed Obamacare. It's called Obamacare, but it's actually Affordable Care Act. What happened was, if you had an income of less than, I think at that time it was $95,000 a year as a family, joint filing family, then you got a lot of credits from the government for your health care. Insurance was almost negligible. The amount of premium you paid was almost negligible. Then suddenly, and there is a loophole there. I believe that you did not have to be a citizen to get this, because many people suddenly found that places where they used to go for their health issues, suddenly the lines were like 4 times long. Everybody was on the bandwagon. And there it is believed that some hanky-panky has been done. They have done some Goodal, as they call it in Tamil, which means basically ghotala. They have done something there, and that is now $20 billion in just 2024. Now, how did this whole thing happen? In August 2022, Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act, which extends and expands Affordable Care Act subsidies through 2025. They're enjoying it even this year. Enhanced subsidies cover entire premiums for enrollees with incomes between 100 to 150% of FPL in non-Medicaid expansion states. These are a couple of states where this has been really brought to the forefront, and I'll tell you which states they are. The administration prioritized enrollment numbers over program integrity, fostering fraudulent spending. Expanded subsidies increased enrollment, particularly among low and middle income individuals, but enabled fraud. So the claims from individuals in the 100 to 150% FPL bracket rose by 13% from 2022 to 2024 per Paragon study. So $6,000 per adult annually for the 100 to 150% FPL income group, further amplifying the financial impact of fraudulent applications. Now, what is happening? The Republicans are in a majority in the House, but looks like even the Republicans are kind of inclined to let this thing continue without putting proper checks and balances. Is that what is happening? Well, Republican lawmakers, including Senator Chuck Grassley and members of the House Ways and Means Committee, calls for investigations into the ACA subsidy fraud. Demands focus on corrective actions to address improper payments and strengthen verification processes. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS, introduced new rules requiring consent to curb unauthorized plan changes. By the way, what is Medicare and Medicaid? Once somebody attains a certain age, I think it is 64 or 65, something like that. I don't remember the exact number. Just say that once you cross, it is like Ayushman Bharat, okay? A lot more things become affordable for you. So in your older years, when you are going to be not making a lot of money, the Medicare, Medicaid does kick in. But here what we are seeing is that some loopholes have been found to go above and beyond what Medicare and Medicaid gives you. In February 2025, the Department of Justice charged executives at an insurance brokerage with a $161 million ACA enrollment fraud scheme. Viewers, the number is $20 billion. 161 million is not small, but it is still a small percentage of the big number. In August 2025, that is last month, a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order that blocked key provisions of the final rule from taking effect. The ruling sided with plaintiffs, including several mayors and advocacy groups, who argued that the rule would create insurmountable barriers to care. Now, what it means is that, remember I told you about this fraud, all these things are being stayed. Now, there is unexpected support from the Republican Party or Grand Old Party or GOP. Some Republicans, including Representatives Carlos Jimenez, Maria Elvira Salazar, and Senator Lisa Murkowski, are supporting extending the enhanced ACA subsidies that are set to expire in 2025. The motivations include avoiding premium spikes. For some, it might go up as much as 900%. That means if you're paying premium today of $100 a month, it could go up to $1,000. And this could have a voter backlash. So what politicians are going to do? They're not going to take away something. So this is in swing districts of Republican-leaning states such as Florida. A House bill led by Representative Jen Kriggins proposes a one-year subsidy extension to delay political fallout until after the 2026 midterms. Classic politician move. Kick the can down the road until it is after the election. Then we will start looking at it. Somebody else's problem. Now, the hardline conservatives are completely opposed to this, and they are citing costs and ties to the ACA, which they historically sought to repeal. In the first term, Trump tried his best to get Obamacare repealed, but he could not succeed. Now, there is, like I said, remember I told you towards the end I'm going to have a big reveal, and I'm coming to that in just a second. Democrats have linked subsidy extensions to government funding negotiations, leveraging the September 30, 2029 deadline. That means this will be discussed when they are going to talk about the next funding negotiation that is supposed to expire in about 5 days. Trump's stance on subsidies remains unclear, which is complicating Republican strategy. Now, what is going to happen is that rising healthcare costs, and these are being driven by increased demand for procedures and prescription drugs, such as the GLP-1 treatment that cost over $1,000 per month, are leading to higher insurance premiums. Subsidy elimination could lead to double or triple-digit premium increases, particularly in non-Medicaid expansion states like Florida and Louisiana. Subsidies benefit low and middle income individuals, retirees, and gig economy workers. That is 58 million independent workers targeted by insurers like Oscar Health. So today, in the ACA, over 20 million Americans are enrolled, and this is a record enrollment drive, and this has expanded subsidies and insurer expansion into Republican leaning states. See, what happens is, if you are self-employed, right, and if you are making a certain number below the threshold, then you can apply for ACA and you can get these much cheaper insurance rate. So everybody is getting drunk on this Kool-Aid, but along the way, a lot of misappropriation is also going on. Centene CEO Sarah London highlighted that 98% of Florida's 4 million ACA enrollees and 97% of Louisiana enrollees rely on subsidies. That means practically everybody. Oscar Health CEO Mark Bertolini emphasized appealing to GOP priorities like consumer choices and free market approaches. They would like to not do that, but what choice do you have? This is what happens. Once you start give freebies, it's very difficult to take it back. Fraud and subsidy abuse under Biden's expansion are costing taxpayers billions. See, you have the ACA, which is tilted towards low and middle income. On top of that, there has been a $20 billion alleged fraud, and this involves various entities, and this needs to be investigated. Problem is, Republicans also need to get elected, therefore they are in a bind. They are also being forced to go along and have these subsidies to continue, and this is unfortunate fact. The ACA is politically entrenched. Major repeal efforts are unlikely. So you have two problems. First, I think what I'm trying to say is the ACA will continue. People will continue to get benefits, but you need to cut off all the corruption that is there, the fraud control. There needs to be efficiency, and there needs to be subsidy design, not abolition. That's what people are saying. Will that happen? Will everybody see the light of day? Will everybody get an equitable insurance? And that's the question that everybody is asking. And with so much sloth and wastage, anything you touch under the Biden administration, people have tried to paint outside the lines, and a lot of graft has been committed. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar. I have a few questions. Let me see if I can go through those. Here. Krishna Kishore wants to know, Medicare is fraud. My visit to the doctor with insurance 20% deductible, I paid $1,800. Same issue for a friend, out of pocket was $564. My premium per month is $250 US. Be happy it is $250. Many of us are paying much more than that, much more than that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you want the benefits, but at the same time, you want to make sure that the corruption around fake names, inflated incomes, those things needs to stop. And Ashok, thank you so much for becoming a new member. And that brings us to a close of today's program. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.